Hey everybody, Ryan here coming at you with the first watch for this week. I think this week it's just going to be me and Luke, but it's been a great week. Thank you for watching our videos this past week. I hope you enjoyed them. It's hard to go wrong with Superhero Week. I mean, it's just one of those topics we could all just talk forever about. So thank you for your support and thank you for watching, and I hope you had fun. And so now I'm actually starting with a first watch. I cannot believe I've actually waited this many years to actually watch this, but I've always wanted to, being a huge Batman fan. And really, after watching Robbie's video, he really sold me on the fact that I need to buy it soon, at least one of the volumes. And I'm talking about Batman, the animated series, and this is volume 1. And so I've actually already watched a couple episodes, and so I'm just loving it so far. I just love the artistic style of it, very noir, and I love the fact that they drew it on black paper to where it was even darker than, you know, other animated shows at the time. And I'm actually really shocked at how dark it actually is. I didn't realize it was that dark. Now I know why hardcore Batman fans are all about it, and I could definitely see why, and I'm loving every single second of it. I'm actually on episode, I think 5 or 6 on the disc. I think it's a Joker episode, so I'll show the TV really quick, but I'm not going to play it because Warner Brothers will go ahead and flag this video and they'll block it, since that's what they're known for. So hold on one second. Alright, there we have the Joker, voiced by Mark Hamill, and I'm actually, I see why as well now why people say Mark Hamill is like the best Joker, because he's actually very, very good, and yeah, I just love it. So let's go ahead and continue watching. Alright guys, well I just watched about 4 or 5 episodes and I'm just hooked on this show. All the voice acting in this show is really spectacular. It's pretty awesome. And the show is very noirish, and the score, they take cues from the Danny Elfman score from the '89 Batman, and it's just a fascinating show. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I did. And now we are going to head over to Luke.
Alright, hello, welcome to my first watch part of this video, and I actually forgot to film, honestly. I forgot to kind of vlog while I was watching this superhero film for Superhero Week. Watched it last night, so I'm just going to give you my quick thoughts on it, and it is Hancock, which is a film that I've been meaning to see for a long time, mainly because I have the beanie hat that he wears at the beginning of the film, the grey one with the eagle on the front. My mum used to work in a shop called Woolworths in the UK, which is no longer around. And they did all sorts of things there, but they did movies as well. And Blu-ray actually was just coming out around the time I think the Hancock was released, or it was at least becoming more of a main thing in Woolworths. And my mum has loads of promotional t-shirts still from when she used to work there, of DVD releases and stuff that she'd wear while she worked. And one of them was asked me about Blu-ray. I remember at the time I was like, I couldn't give a flying you know what about Blu-ray back then. It's just funny to think about that now. But yeah, she got promotional items and stuff, and one of the things she got was a couple of hats from Hancock, which were kind of given out, I guess, people who bought the DVD and Blu-ray. So I remember having the hat and saying, well, I better watch the film now, but I just never did. It came out in 2008. Been 6 years, but I finally got around to it. And yeah, basically Will Smith plays John Hancock, who's kind of a superhero. He's basically Superman. He can fly, he's invincible, he's super strong, but he's basically a bum in Los Angeles. He just drinks, he sleeps on park benches, he's people don't like him, he causes millions of dollars of damage when he saves people from, criminals and stuff. So he's kind of an outcast, even though he's basically Superman, and they can't do anything because he can do what he wants. Which I thought was really interesting, like what would happen if there was someone like Superman who would just do whatever they wanted, and you couldn't really put them in jail or anything. So I like the concept. I really like the idea of it. Will Smith, at times he's almost a little bit too trying to act like a, I don't know, I guess he did a good job, but just a little bit overdone, very slightly. But mostly I really enjoyed him in the role and thought he was pretty funny as well. I'm a big Will Smith fan. I think he's cool. But I enjoyed him. Just a few tiny bits. I thought he maybe went a bit too far with the I don't know, with the swagger thing, but it was a good cast. Jason Bateman was hilarious in the film. He plays like kind of a PR guy who's kind of trying to change the world and actually get medical companies to give away free drugs and stuff. So a bit of an unrealistic character there, but he obviously has good intentions and a good heart, and he tries to help Hancock after he saves his life to get a better public image. And so Hancock kind of begrudgingly goes along with it. We know that he really wants people to like him, but he's not going to come out and say that. So it was an interesting little arc for his character. Charlize Theron plays Jason Bateman's wife in the film, and we can tell there's something going on between her and Hancock, and there's some baggage between the two, but we don't know what it is. And that's basically kind of the main thing of the film. There is a villain played by Eddie Marsan. It's weird seeing him do an American accent, but what I found interesting was that this is a superhero film. There's no real big villain. Eddie Marsan wasn't in the film until like 45 minutes in, something like that, and even then, you know, he wasn't really a main threat. The main thing was what's going on with, you know, other parts of the story. So for me, it was a unique film because it didn't really go into the typical kind of formula of what a superhero movie is. You know, introduce the hero, get him doing stuff, and then have a bit of conflict, and then bring in the big villain, then the fight at the end, and he saves the day. Wasn't quite like that, so I really enjoyed that part of the film. A few things I didn't like, you know, here and there. A couple of bits of CGI were a bit too sketchy for my liking, but overall, I actually really liked it. I wouldn't say it's great, but it was a really enjoyable film, and I definitely would recommend it. Just for a fun movie to watch on the weekend, you know, nothing, don't expect too much. But yeah, I really liked it. Really cool, unique, good stuff. So that was my first watch. I hope you enjoyed this video with me and Ryan, and on his note, I really need to watch the Batman animated series. I have the first 2 volumes on DVD from the UK, but they never released volume 3 and 4, and I kind of wanted to watch all of it in one go, and I kind of was not really biting the bullet on watching Batman the animated series. I've seen the movies that have been offshooted from that, like Mask of the Phantasm, the Batman Superman movie, Mystery of the Batwoman. I'm not sure if that's really within the realm of the animated series. That was more like in the early 2000s, but yeah, I really need to get into the animated series in full. So I hope all you guys enjoyed Superhero Week. You know, I love Robbie's skit. You know, Ryan's skit was cool. Ryan talking really passionately about Batman was great. I have my Thor video as well. And tomorrow will be the start of a new week, a new theme, and the theme will be Akira Kurosawa. It's going to be Akira Kurosawa week, and if you don't know who that is, a very famous, prolific Japanese film director who made some amazing films from the 40s, 50s, 60s and onwards. And most famously, I think, directed Seven Samurai. But we're going to be talking about him throughout the next week, so I hope you enjoy that. Robbie's video will be coming tomorrow. I'll be putting one up on Wednesday as usual, then Ryan on Friday, and then we got another special guest next Saturday. And we'll probably do a first watch video on Sunday as well, so it's going to be a stacked week all about Akira Kurosawa. So I hope you're looking forward to that. I hope you enjoyed Superhero Week, and we'll see you tomorrow with Kurosawa Week. Thanks.